Welcome everyone. Hope you all are doing fine. Now, let us start. The first novel we have, I've Been Reincarnated as a Villainous Older Brother, is an ongoing novel by Uchikawa Hiroko. Kane, a Let's Play YouTuber who died, is reborn into an Otome video game as the older brother of the rival and strategic enemy of the game's female protagonist. However, he finds his new little sister adorable and tries to prevent her from becoming a villainess. He also attempts to take a future assassin under his wing and prevent a marriage to avoid the disastrous routes in the game. The novel is rated 7. On to the next novel, we have Only I Know That the Villainess is Actually a Good Girl with Beautiful Heart, is an ongoing novel with a rating of 7. The protagonist is reincarnated as a first prince in an Otome game and believes that the villainess is actually a good person who has had a tough life. He tries to find a route where she is saved, but fails. This time, he is determined to save her. On to the next novel, we have a character reincarnates in a game world as a clueless mob without a name, backstory, or any cheating advantages. He participates in the main story as a Berserker mob. On to the next novel, we have Otome Game Mob Villain is an ongoing novel by Mizuna. The protagonist, Rid Baldia, regains his memories from his past life and realizes that he is a bit player in an Otome game where he is supposed to side with the villainess. He remembers that participating in evil deeds will lead to purging and condemnation, so he struggles to make his way through the game to achieve a decent life. The rating for this novel is 6. On to the next novel, we have the novel Villainous Brother Reincarnation is about a man who, after being reincarnated, finds himself as the older brother of a villainess in an Otome game. When his sister becomes engaged to the prince, he realizes that his family is headed for destruction and sets out to prevent it from happening. The book is rated 7 and is a completed novel. On to the next novel, we have I Became the Villainess's Brother, is an ongoing novel written by Shimizuki Rei with a rating of 7. The story revolves around Langley's Jackberry, who, after experiencing death due to his sister's magical ability, remembers that he's in an Otome game called Sparkle Like a Jewel. He becomes the villainess's brother and tries to prevent her from becoming evil and avoid her impending doom. On to the next novel, we have Reincarnated in an Otome game as the ugly character in the background, follows the story of Razel, a boy who reincarnates into a poor family as the ugly eldest son. To make matters worse, he also finds himself in an Otome game with an RPG theme where he has to help the protagonist avoid the end of the world and outsmart the cruel villainess from the shadows. Although the novel is ongoing, the plot development and interesting mix of genres make it worth a 7 rating. On to the next novel, we have Kuro Aku gets reincarnated into an Otome game world as a side character without a name and is at the mercy of a selfish being who calls him its toy. He is determined to save the villainess from her tragic fate and ensure her happiness. The novel is ongoing and is rated 8. On to the next novel, we have The Otome Games Extra is a completed novel with a rating of 7. It follows the story of a landlord who is transported into the Otome game he once played but is now only a background extra. His shortcomings start to cause problems in the game world, and he must grow to achieve true happiness. The novel is an erotic dark action portal fantasy. That's the end of this video. I will see you soon in the next video. Happy reading.